But it's not. I'm not going to do that. And so, here we go. All right. So, I felt like he laid on my heart this title, Having Expectancy Even in Trials. And I just have a couple questions that we can ponder together. The first one is, how much are we expecting of God? How much are we expecting Him to work in our lives? I'm sure all of you have heard this verse, 1 Corinthians 2:9. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for those who love Him. And I've heard it over and over and over and over again, but I don't think I have ever grasped fully what it means, because really, it means that God's plan for our lives will literally just boggle our minds. We cannot wrap our minds around it. So think with me of the best scenario of your life. Like, who do you see in your life? What kind of job do you have? What gifts are in your life? And then take that idea and multiply it by 10, by 20, by 100 times, because that's how powerful God's plan for our life is. And we all have desires in our hearts, and God knows those desires because He put them there Himself. And He's not going to leave us. He's not going to say, oh, good luck, you're on your own. He's always with us, and He's on our side. Romans 8:31, if God is for us, who can be against us? And to go along with that, even though God is always in control of our lives, we always have trials that are coming against us. We always have things vying for our attention. John 16:33 says, in this world you will have tribulation. That's just the first part of the verse. The second part is very encouraging. But God's not sugarcoating it for us. He doesn't say, you become a Christian, your life is going to be perfect. He says right there, you will have tribulation. And we all go through different seasons in our life. Some of them are filled with just blessings that are overflowing, and sometimes we feel like we can never get ahead. There's always something just negative going on. And this week, I had a couple of those go on. I thought, well, I had my computer messed up. And somebody, I'm not going to say names, well, it's probably me, stepped on my charger and it broke. And so I was going to have to go get a new one. And I was like, well, that's a bummer. I don't want to pay the extra money. But I come to terms with it, so I go to the computer store ready to buy a charger. And then I hear that some kind of prong had broken off, so it was going to be about 4 times more than I originally thought to fix it. And I was laughing to myself because right before that happened, I was praying to God, like, God, give me joy, give me peace, and when I come home from work, help me not to yell and get mad at my parents, because I do that sometimes. And so then the computer messed up, and then yesterday I got, it's called a GRE test, very important test for graduate college, or graduate school, and I found out I am just not the smartest person in the world. In fact, I'm very not smart when it came to this test, and I was just like, this just stinks and it's not fun, but more than us having to go through trials and asking for help, we not only have to ask for it, but we have to expect to fight for it. Because it's not, sometimes it can happen right away. God give me joy, and it comes. But sometimes these things are going to come up, and we're going to have to take our stand and persevere and keep fighting and fighting and fighting. So knowing that we have to fight is going to help us when it comes to these trials that are in our life. And also, a good verse that I love is James 1:5. If any of you lacks wisdom, ask God. And not only do we ask God, but we need to not doubt. Because a person who doubts, it's like you might as well not ask at all. But whenever you ask, just know that God's going to give it to you. And believe Him for that. So, I'm just going to warn you right now that this message, when I was going over in my head, took about 20 minutes. I don't know if it's going to last that long. So, just bear with me. I was actually supposed to be there until June of this year, and obviously that didn't happen. So, so a lot of things went wrong, but I learned that even though I'm in Spain, it's a beautiful country, I'm meeting tons of great people, it's not perfect. And not one person or one thing in our life is going to make us be content. Because our flesh is always wanting more and more and more. And so the only thing that can bring us 100% contentness is God and having Him in our life. So just thinking that an item or a possession can bring contentness, that is a false expectation, and it's a dangerous one. And we need to be aware of that and just go to God and ask Him for help when it comes to that. Okay, so the other day I heard a quote. It was in a rap song, and that was great. So God can use anything, right? Anyway, the quote is, "The grass isn't always greener on the other side. It's green where you water it." And to me, it was such a simple concept, but it's really so true that wherever you are at, you have to put in effort. You have to just pray that God can use that situation and help you be content and learn. Because not all situations are fun. A lot of them are very, very hard and we don't want to be in them, but that's where God really works through that. And another thing with the whole Spain issue, so I come home about 5 months too early, and I'm very grateful for my parents, very grateful, because they told me that I could live with them, and I didn't know what I was going to do. But I'm thinking to myself, I was just in Spain, and now I'm in Lowell, Indiana, living with my 9-year-old brother. I don't know if you ever lived with your 9-year-old brother before, but it's interesting, yeah. And I didn't have a car because it had gotten cold, and I didn't have a job, and so I just felt all this negativity in my heart, and I really, honestly became I was just depressed. I thought, why even get up in the morning? There's no point. I have nothing to look forward to. So I had that attitude for quite a bit until I just realized that I didn't want to live like that anymore, and I didn't want to have all those bad feelings inside of me. So I went back to God and I invited Him back into my life. And in the situations, not everything has changed, but I have more peace about it, and I know that He's going to be with me no matter what.
Amen.
And let's see. I did get a job, so praise the Lord. Yeah. But even with that, I was thinking it's awesome that I got a job, and I'm so happy, but that's not without its issue either. So it's like whatever we do, we always have to have that mindset of always go to God and always ask Him for help. So how we react to situations is very important for being content. We just have to put our mindset on God and not how impossible situations look around us. And the Bible says, well, God says He will give us peace that surpasses all understanding. So He's not saying, maybe I'll give you peace if you pray about it. Maybe I'll help you. He's saying He will if we pray. So just go to Him and pray and believe. When situations pop up, just go to Him and ask Him for the wisdom to deal with those things. And lastly, it's just about expecting God in all seasons of your life. Even if things are going awesome, we shouldn't expect God to stop next week and I'll see if I can fill you in. You know, he doesn't do that. He just longs to bless us every single day. And I was thinking about this when I was writing, that in the Bible,